What's going on, folks? This is Cam from Miller's RV in Baton Rouge, and if you click this video, either you know what you're looking at or you're looking to get the question answered, is this the greatest twin bed floor plan of all time? Stick around and find out. So if you know what this video is about, I'm sure you're just as excited as I am. This is the Winnebago View 24R. It's an all new floor plan. It's got hints of some things that you've seen in other products, touches to the Echo, touches to the 24T. All in all, I think you're really gonna like it. It's something different. I think it's a nice spin on something that they've tried before, with all new updated touches and all new interior. So with all your new motorhomes from Winnebago that are on the Mercedes chassis, and this will be across most manufacturers, I can't speak for them, I can't speak for Winnebago, they will be on the new 4-cylinder chassis, so it's gonna be 20 more horsepower, so it brings up to 208 horsepower, whereas the previous 6-cylinder was 188. Also, you have more torque. I wanna say it's 325 foot-pounds of torque. Also, there's going to be an all new color for the 24T and the 24R. Of course, this is the 24R. You also get the solid wheels here. So these actually have the Winnebago Flying W on them. In previous years, I believe they just had the Alcoa logo or they had no logo at all. So I actually really like that. It just kind of makes everything more uniform, and all in all looks really good. So I actually love this color too. I want to move around so you guys can see down the side of it a little bit better. And I'm going to show you some of the cool features that Winnebago has really stepped up in for their 24R and 24Ts and made this thing absolute luxury on wheels. All right guys, so we're down the side. Hopefully you can see this paint job pretty well now. This full body paint scheme is called Precious Metals. At first I didn't understand it, but now I get it. Silver, and well, that's kind of silver too, and then gold. Anyway, this paint scheme is called Precious Metals. I really like it. I think it's subtle, but very good looking as well. So up in the front here, you're gonna have your heavy duty step from Winnebago. I've talked about that step a lot because I put it on the Travado and the Revel Sport. It's just super sturdy. You can you can leash a dog to it. Obviously not, you know, when you're moving at all, but at the campsite, it's really convenient there. So I like that a lot. Also with your door, you've got the electric step that comes out nice. Built-in screen here. And guys, this screen is just absolutely solid. I could hang on that if I wanted to. And then for your storage compartment, so this is different for the 2025 model for the 24R and the 24T. Instead of your cabinet doors that open this way, a lot of people complain because they don't want to have to dig underneath it like that, which is a pretty valid concern. This is going to be more like your Class A doors that open to the side. So basically it makes it where it's a lot easier to get into. You're not ducking underneath anything. And also just the overall operation is a lot smoother in my opinion. Right here you'll have your inverter disconnect and your 250 amp breaker that shuts off the power to the coach as well as the disconnect inside. This is equipped with the Truma AquaGo system. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the inside. And then they actually have now, you might notice these little bumpers on the side of your 24T and 24R. Which basically it's your collision avoidance. They just put like a painted cover around it. It's an interesting look. It's one that right at first I wasn't a huge fan of, but I've kind of grown accustomed to it. I almost don't really even notice it now. Below that, you're gonna have your propane quick connects. You can put your Blackstone out here. Probably not gonna put a crawfish boil pot. It's low PSI, high efficiency burners, but no problem there. You can put the Blackstone and have a nice cookout under this huge full length awning. So this is an integrated awning as well. LED strip at the bottom. You can control it from your phone. You can control it inside. So this does have the Winnebago Connect, which we're really excited about. We'll show you that some more inside as well. But let's swing around the back. This is gonna look familiar to you, but I think it's got a little twist of less rugged, more luxury. All right guys, so around the back of the coach now. The doors themselves, the locations are similar to what you'll see in the Echo 22A and 23B, but just the appeal of them is gonna look a lot more, it looks fancy, it looks more luxurious instead of like rugged and more like bunker style is kind of how I like to call it on the Echo. But still, same huge gear garage here. We can get in and out of this if you want to. Don't ride in there, but just to show you the size, it's huge. And then you've got your door in the rear here. So plenty of access. They have plenty of tie downs in here if you want to store like your bikes, your ice chest. You do have plug-ins. Yep, you have plug-ins on both sides, 110 and 12 volt plug-ins. So you can put a 12 volt fridge, you can put a 110 fridge if you need extra space, or if you have that There are a few different brands who make it, but that little electric ice chest that'll do freezer or fridge, that's really useful as well if you want to put that in here if you need any extra space. Also, I love these tail lights. So this is going to be new on 24T and 24R models. They're just long. They're very clean looking. They kind of remind me of like Escalade taillights, just how they're like, I mean, they're not as long as that, but just they're longer than the rest. I don't know, I really like that. I think it's a really clean look. You do have, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there are two cameras. They're mounted up there. So one is going to be for your backup camera that comes on the Mercedes screen itself. And then the other one is going to be for your digital rear view mirror, which is one of my absolute favorite features. So this is the back. Again, it ring senses with the Echo, but it's going to be done in a way that maybe if you don't want that rugged look, you don't want that, you know, bunker look, like I said, you want something that looks a little bit prettier, this could be perfect. Let's swing around the curbside and check out some of the compartments over there. All right, guys, so this is built on the 3500 chassis. So that means that you do have 5,000 pound tow capacity. So you already have your receiver here, and then you're gonna have your 7-way hookup there. So did wanna mention that. I know most folks say, oh, I'm buying a View because I want something small so I don't have to tow a vehicle, but I know that's how a lot of folks come in, but also in the same breath, it's like half of the people, if not more, end up being like, okay, I think we do want to tow a car too. So if you need to, you can tow 5,000. That'll handle most tow vehicles that you want to tow. All right, now let's check out that curbside. All right, so on our curbside now, one thing that I didn't mention, I honestly didn't realize it until coming back around this side. So inside your gear garage, you don't have the Molly panels like you have on the Echo either. So again, it is going to be a little bit different. Still great gear garage, but it's not going to be as rugged as that. If you want to add the Molly panels, go for it. Add it. You can definitely do that. To the left here, so this is going to be your potable water fill, so your freshwater tank fill or gravity fill. Below that, you're going to have your compartment with your outdoor shower, access to the water pump or one of the switches for the water pump here. So if you're outside and you realize the water's not turned on, you don't have to go run back inside, turn on the water pump. You just hit your switch here and you're ready to rock. Also, this other switch is going to be for a light here. I love that just because whenever you're hooking up at night, if you get to a campground late at night, it makes it where everything's lit and you're not holding the flashlight or have a headlight, even though for me, I'd probably still use a headlight along with that. It just depends how bright it is. You also have your levers for your gray tank and your black tank dump, and then you can switch your freshwater valve to tank fill or normal. Below that, you're going to have freshwater, or this is like your city inlet, and then you're going to have your black tank flush there, and then below you can probably get a better view now of what this this blind spot assist looks like. So like I said, not bad. If you didn't know what it was, you'd kind of think it was funny, but once you get used to it, it doesn't take very long. It's really not bad. So now we're going to look underneath. I'll go inside and pull the slide in real quick, and I'll show you the two compartments over here. All right, guys, so now that I've got the slide in, I do want to point attention to all your windows that are in this coach are all going to be dual pane acrylic windows. They open like your food truck style, so they open out this way, allows tons of airflow, and also just all in all makes it feel a little bit better in there whenever it's a pretty day like today. So this first compartment is going to be your propane tank and your jack cylinder. So that's going to be, or your jack pump rather, and I think the cylinder's back there. So this is propane is going to go for your generator, and then you have an electric burner and a gas burner inside and the water heater. So it will work for that, and then that pump is for the jacks. So the generator here, you are going to have the RV MP 4000 inverter generator, so it's a lot quieter than the previous Onan that was on the View, but it is going to be propane instead of diesel. So there's no option to go diesel on this 24T and 24R, really any of the other Views from here on out. So that is worth noting. Also, if you notice that this has the cab over bunk here, I'm not sure if you did or not, but what that means is for your 24R and your 24T, if you get the all-wheel drive package, you don't get the cab over. So that means that this one does not have the all-wheel drive package, but it does have the cab over. So you get more sleeping, less off-road capability, which is probably, or off-road capability, which is probably what most folks looking for a View want. But some of you guys want luxury and off-road, so that's why they offer the all-wheel drive package. So let's check out the inside, and we can answer your question whether this is the greatest twin bed floor plan ever, or if it still needs work. Alrighty guys, let's take a look. I'm excited. Is this the best twin bed floor plan of all time or not? Let's check it out. All right, guys, so before we get to the bedroom, we're gonna start in here. I'm gonna make you wait. I know the anticipation is killing you, but if you've enjoyed this so far, make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel. We always appreciate it. And of course, if you turn on post notifications, you'll get a little notification every time that we post something really awesome like this. All right, so we are in the kitchen area to start. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So there are a couple things that I think are very different that you may not have seen before in a Winnebago. So one of them is gonna be this style of drawers. So yes, it looks similar in the 24T, but in this 24R, these have become locking drawers, which I just locked it. So instead of, oops, there's my phone there. Instead of the doors, like the latches they use on the old View that clicked in and that's your travel lock, these are just regular, nice, smooth operating latches. And then whenever you wanna lock them for travel, it's just as easy as this. Boop. And then now they're locked. So that's great. So nothing's gonna fly out. And also just it looks cool. I really like it. In the kitchen area too, you're gonna have one gas burner here and an induction cooktop. You're gonna have your electrical port here with two 110 plugs, USB and a USB-C. TV here, I don't know if this swivels. It doesn't look like it does. It looks like it flips up. Okay, so yeah, flips up. You're gonna have HDMI hookups here, cable hookups, plugs. You've really got tons of hookups here. And then there's also, this is your roof access port for if you wanna add Starlink or anything like that. So very nice. Behind me, there is a switch here for your slide out room. So this is equipped with the Winnebago Connect. We'll touch on that briefly. We also have a more descriptive video of that where we go into a little bit more detail of what the Win Connect could do. So we'll only do surface level today on that and we'll link that video for you. But people ask all the time, they're like, okay, well, you have this awesome new control panel. What if that control panel goes out? It's a great question. Technology is pretty reliable, but it's always nice to have a fail-safe in place. So with this, you have separate, basically separate ways to operate all of your main components. So your slide out can be operated from here. Your refrigerator, obviously. Your jacks are going to be a total separate control. Your awning has another switch. You actually have all light switches. So it's not just the switches that are on the Winnebago Connect panel, it's everywhere else. So I really like that. I feel like that's thinking ahead, hoping that you don't have any issues, but thinking ahead just in case you do, because if you know anything about RVs, sometimes things can go wrong. In life, sometimes things can go wrong. So I'm glad we planned for that. So I want to pivot around here in a second. You do have a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator, so I love that. It's good size. Okay, I was making sure. I hope they wouldn't have it open there. So it's good size freezer, good size fridge as well. I want to say this is the 10 cubic foot version, is the Norcold. And you're going to have your recliners here. So I'll pivot you guys a little bit more so you can see the recliners. These are electric. And all they're very, very comfy seats as well. All right, guys, so I'm sitting in the recliner here now. They are both electric, so it's going to be your little buttons that are in here, super easy to operate. I haven't looked, but these look like they do the same thing that we did on the 24T. Yeah, so this can actually change to be more accommodated to someone who's shorter, or if you have a hunch neck or something like that. I don't really know why, but it would work really, really comfortably for that. Above me, you're gonna have storage on either side, and these do latch, so whenever you're in travel, they're not gonna fly open. Light switches for both your little reading lights here. Interesting, because these Winnebago used to use these same lights. I wonder, okay, so they are dimmable. That's cool. But these lights used to be able to turn blue, which I always thought was like, I probably wouldn't use. I'd actually prefer that these are dimmable lights, so that's a plus. Again, behind us, all the windows and across from us, all the windows are dual pane acrylic. They're gonna have built-in nightshade and built-in day shade / bug screen here, and then they do open outward, as I mentioned, outside. So this is going to be your lounging area. It doesn't have the center cup holder like you have on the 24T or even the 24D, just because it is a smaller space. But they're still really comfortable recliners. 2 waist seat belts here. And then you've got the 2 in the front, so you could comfortably seat, 4 people buckled up. If you don't care about them buckling up, you can have more than that. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Bunk is above me there, and actually I'm seeing now, I don't want to forget to point this out, this does have the Truma Venta AC, so it's the quietest AC on the game. It's very efficient. And yeah, the noise is absolutely fantastic. It's kind of sounds counterintuitive, but you got to hear it to believe how quiet it is. So yeah, we're going to swivel around. I want to show you guys the bathroom, and then actually we can talk about some of the technology that this thing's equipped with as well. All right, guys, so before we show you the bathroom, I actually do want to touch on some of the technology features. So I mentioned the Winnebago Connect. I love this system. It's going to be new. It's great right now. I'm sure it's going to continue to get even better as updates and stuff roll out on it, and as they tweak it, make it even better. But I love Win Connect system because you have, all your main controls right here on the front. You can do all your lights on, all your lights off. There's nothing really too special about that function itself because there are a lot of other products that have that. But what's even cooler is if you go to the lights, you can adjust each light and adjust exactly what their brightness is. And you can do it individually, or you can do it here and say, we want, 40%, 25%, or you want to go 100 and you want to blast it, then you can do that too. And there's a little built-in delay. There we go. That's actually really bright. So also, a really cool thing, again, just going to touch on this briefly. We'll link the video where I dove deep into this. But one of my absolute favorite things about this panel, and Winnebago has had this on some of their previous year models that had an electronic panel, all your levels, including your freshwater, propane, your house battery, all that, are given an exact percentage increment, so you know exactly what you have at all times, which makes it really, really functional because you know how much you have to play with. If it says you have 1/3 gallon or 1/3 full tank of water left, then when does it get to zero? Like how far off are you on that? But with this, you never have to worry because you know exactly what you have. Like it gives you the percentage, or also give you the exact gallons that you have in each tank. So you do have 320 amp hour Lithionics battery in this, so that's a big plus. You have a 2,000 watt inverter, and that's just to mention a few of it. And then you've got solar on top. I'll clarify the solar here in just a second. All right, guys, so we are, before I jump into the bathroom, I told you I wanted to clarify solar. Solar is 240 watts on top. Very good there. I didn't show you guys the sink earlier. I actually kind of skimmed over that unintentionally, but big sink, 2 sink covers that double as cutting boards if you want it. This pulls out very nicely. You can squirt your friends. And then underneath, you have a huge storage compartment underneath here. So this will be great for pots, pans, trash cans. You are going to have your Culligan water filter there as well. So this will be filtered water that comes out. But yeah, that's a huge storage compartment there. And then access should be, access to some sort of plumbing lines. Not sure which one those are. These are the light switches that I mentioned earlier, and I didn't say this, but you even have a extra switch for the water pump. Again, it's not just on the Winnebago Connect. So if for some reason, hopefully it doesn't, if for some reason that panel goes out, we're fine. We're covered. We can still operate just well. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys just the way that these doors open, and then we'll actually get a better shot of the bathroom. Okay, so this door opens this way, and that's going to be your toilet and lavatory, and this is going to be the shower that opens this way. I've had some folks already tell me that they think if it was typically going to be just 2 of them, that they would maybe take off one of these doors. I think they said take off this door maybe. I don't really agree. But if you want to do that, I've had that thought too. So just wanted to bounce it off you guys, see what you thought. Both doors do lock as well, which is very nice. Tell you the truth, I can't tell. Seems like they lock from both sides. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right or not. That's interesting. We'll have to investigate that a little bit more, but I'm going to flip you guys around so you can see in the bathroom. It's kind of hard to get in with the video camera, you know this, but the bathroom actually is good size, so take that with a grain of salt. All right, guys, so in the bathroom now, like I said, it's hard to get a real grasp of the size of it with the camera. It is tight when you're standing here, so I do want to point out, it's like if I'm going to wash my hands, my leg is kind of pressed against the toilet. Or I guess not if I stand there. There are ways to do it. Not tons of room, but it's a smaller Class C. That's kind of what you get in this layout. So you do have storage here, I'm assuming. There we go. Yep, storage there. And then you're going to have more storage back there. 2 mirrors, storage underneath for your toilet paper or towels. And then this toilet is porcelain toilet, so I like that. And then up above, you're going to have a big Dometic fan, so it's going to actually move quite a lot of air again, especially when it's a really nice day like this, or if you just want to vent out the toilet afterwards. So I'm going to flip you guys around like magic and check out the shower. All right, guys, so in the shower area now, first thing I want to point out is on the shower door. Again, both sets of doors do lock, but you do have towel hanging rods here, which is nice. Also above me, I took it off so I could stand. You have this, which if you've seen any videos on views before, they pretty much put this in every view. It just is extra clothes hanging space. Skylight above me, antimicrobial shower door. The shower size, I mean, it is compact. Like I said with the toilet, both of these are kind of compact. That's what you get when you get a split bath and something this size. But it's all in all, it's not that bad. I'm not going to take a long shower in here, but it could get the job done. So now for the question, let's check out this twin bed and let's see what you think. All right, in the bedroom now. So this does look wildly familiar, doesn't it? But just a touch up of class and luxury. This looks just like the Echo twin beds. Tons of storage underneath. These, I'm guessing, I haven't pulled them up yet. Yep, so part of these, that actually is a little bit different. So part of these flip up, just the front or like the front, like, quarter of them flip up instead of like the whole bed like the Echo, so that's different. I know you guys have told us before that you don't want us to take off the plastic. Like if you were to buy it, you'd rather buy it with the plastic on, which is fine, but I did rip this little piece open so you can see it's like a linen color. It's really, really pretty. But yeah, that looks good. So windows on either side. Again, this part is like the Echo. So you've got the storage underneath that's similar to the Echo, but with a little bit of difference. This is similar with also difference. Now these cabinets, I didn't really get a good feel whenever I pulled those open earlier. I mean, the quality on these feel great. This has got to be real wood or something. They feel solid. They feel heavy. Inside you have multi-levels, so you can store different things in. Gonna have, yeah, two little pouches here where looks like maybe you could put a CPAP or something like that in there and then plug it in with your plugs underneath here. So you do have the lights here. Again, these are dimmable. So if you just hold that button there, they will dim. And then you could make this into a king bed if you wanted to as well. Yeah, this is really cozy. I absolutely love this twin bed floor plan so far. So you get the benefits of having the luxury of a view, but you have the usability of twin beds on an Echo. So it's not like the 24V that had twin beds here and that was kind of it. You have twin beds and all the storage that's underneath. So it's kind of best of both worlds. So you get the functionality of what maybe the Echo offers, but you get the feeling and the touch and feel and the look of something that is, you know, Ritz-esque, if you will. Let's flip back around up front. I'm going to show you what the chassis looks like. Well, now with this 4-cylinder, they've changed the overall look of the front. It's still similar for the most part, just a couple different color schemes and stuff like that I really like. And I'll show you the bunk bed area too. All right, so we swiveled back around to the front of the coach. This interior seat, it's different than what you've seen on any of the other views other than the 24T. It's a lighter color. It matches with everything else, so it looks really, really good. And overall, the breakup of this, I think, looks pretty good. I like the interior a lot. So with the bunks, you're going to have windows on either side, which are very nice, and they both do look like they open maybe ever so slightly. Yep, that one opens. And my guess is that this one will too. Yep, and that one opens the same way as well. So both those windows are open. So again, you have a lot of opposing windows on this. So two things, great natural light, and also great airflow as well. So both these seats will swivel. If you've ever seen a View before, you know how that works. They swivel pretty simply. You're going to have the seat boosters from Winnebago that help you sit more comfortably and level with everyone else whenever you are swiveled. And then in the cab area, so it's basically like a sticker pack that they've used that goes over this. The old one used to look like carbon fiber. This one's like a grade look that looks a little bit more modern, really cool. And then that is going to be your digital rearview mirror as well. So it's equipped with adaptive cruise, obviously blind spot assist, like we talked about, those little bumpers on the outside, and all the fun features that you could want. So up above, the bunk bed is nice and cozy up here. Great for kids, for adults, maybe 1 or 2 kids. I have my window shades and my ladder and my other seat booster stored up there. But when you open up those 2 windows, you get a lot of natural light. And again, talking about airflow and all that stuff, having the opposing windows and all these big fans. This is another big Dometic fan. So having all these big fans makes it where whenever it's a really nice day, you can open up the windows, you can get the fan on, you can feel really nice and cozy in here. So I really, really like this floor plan a lot. To sum it up, so this is going to be a few different things that you've seen before, but they're all different, and now they're mashed into one, if you will. So it's kind of like the 24V View that they used to make. Similar concept, but also kind of with some touches of the Echo as well, right? So the twin beds in the back very much resemble the Echo. The underneath storage very much resemble the Echo. But in the front, the layout with the recliners, that definitely feels like the old 24V floor plan. Big fridge feels like 24V, but the new modern touches, it's nice. It's a fresh update. I think you guys would really love it. If you haven't driven a 4-cylinder Mercedes yet, check it out. I know it sounds weird. All these manufacturers, Ford and GMC, whoever you name it, are going to like smaller engines that somehow put out more. I'm not a mechanic. I couldn't tell you how it works, but it drives really, really well, and it's very, very quiet. So I think you'll enjoy it. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you have any questions, let us know. If you have any questions about current pricing and current availability, check the link check the link below for our website, and give us a shout. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, enjoy the journey.